How strong are upgrade advantages in TVZ? We start with combat shield marines against unupgraded roaches. Let's go. Attack. You see? The marines don't have any upgrades other than combat shield. Roach is completely unupgraded. And looks as if the marines are winning. And the marines win with 11 remaining. Round 2, Stim Pack marines versus unupgraded roaches. Attack. Stim. Again, no other upgrades other than Stim. Roaches unupgraded. Yo guys, and it's again a win for the marines with 18 remaining. Third round, this time we have +1 armor on the marines against unupgraded roaches. Attack. Looks better for the roaches this time. And the roaches win with 7 roaches remaining. Round 4, we have +1 weapon upgrades on the marines. Attack. It's a close fight, but the marines are winning with 6 remaining. Hey guys, I also want to include the base case, that is unupgraded marines against unupgraded roaches. Let's go. Yo guys, and the unupgraded marines lose with 10 roaches remaining. Round 6. This time the marines have Stim Pack and Shield. No other upgrades. Roaches still unupgraded. Let's go. Stim. Should be a nice win for the marines, of course. And we have the marines winning with 18 remaining. And final test. Marines have Stim, Shield, +1 weapons and armor. Attack. Stim. Of course we expect a pretty hard win now. And the marines beat with 22 remaining. Hey guys, and to summarize the results, I made this Excel sheet. So here we have the 7 scenarios. That's the number of marines left. And that's the percentage of the initial army value left for the winning team. So in the beginning, both teams had 36 supply each. And what we see is pretty interesting. I also made this bar chart. So combat shield is already pretty strong. With combat shield, the marine gets already a decent win against the roaches with 30% of the initial marine surviving. The Stim Pack upgrade is even stronger. With Stim Pack, the marines also win, but with 50% of the initial marine surviving. Very strong. Next we have +1 armor. That's a weak R upgrade for the marine, because the marine actually loses with +1 armor and the roaches win with almost 30% of the initial roaches remaining. And why is that? Why is armor weak? So I made this note here because the marine has 45 HP and the roach deals 16 damage. So if the marine has +1 armor, the roach deals 15 damage against the marine. And this means that the marine dies in 3 shots from the roach with or without armor. So the armor upgrade for the marine is actually useless in this situation. Next we have the weapon upgrade. We also get a win for the marine, but it's a weaker upgrade. It's way weaker than combat shield or stim, because the marine just survives with 16% of the initial marine surviving. And next we have the no upgrade case. So as I just explained, the armor upgrade is useless. So I would expect the non-upgrade to show the same result as the +1 armor. But we see that in the non-upgrade case, the marines lose even harder with 55% of the initial roaches surviving. So that's already pretty interesting, because we see that the Marines lose against the Roaches if they are unupgraded, but they win when they have just one upgrade shield, pack, or weapon, but they still lose if they have +1 armor. So pretty interesting. And next we have the combination of combat shield and stim. And what we see is we have the same amount of surviving Marines as with Stim Pack, which is a little bit surprising. I mean, you would probably expect combat shield and Stim Pack being stronger than just Stim Pack alone, but you can easily explain this. So we look at this note here, and the stimmed Marine with combat shield has 45 HP after stimming, but the Marine without shield has 35 HP after stimming, and the Roach deals 16 damage, and this again means that the Marine dies in 3 Roach attacks with or without combat shield. So that's why we see that the percentage of combat shield plus stim is actually the same amount as with just Stim Pack. So in this situation, the combat shield upgrade is actually useless over just having Stim Pack. And finally, we see the combination of all the 4 early game upgrades: shield, stim, +1 weapon, +1 armor, and that's of course the strongest one, but with 61% Marine surviving, but it's not super much stronger than the combat shield plus stim. So I would say overall, if I had to choose one, I would go for Stim Pack. Alright dudes, thanks for watching.